Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Big Iris Productions video. Thanks for watching, and today we're going to be discussing how to do a desktop computer build. Actually, this is my first build, so I assembled some parts together, talked to some friends, and kind of found out what's out there. And I think for my needs, this is the optimal computer. And so let's take a look and see what parts we have. First, we've got the Intel. I chose an Intel i7 4770K processor. This seems to be a pretty high-ranking processor, and it can certainly get the job done for what we need it to do. Basically, things I'm going to be using it for, this is actually not my computer, this is my parents' computer. So I'm building it for them. Basically, they use a lot of Adobe programs and internet browsing. So this ought to get it done for them. So that's the processor. I chose the Z87 MPower motherboard from MSI. Has a lot of different features and capabilities, and I thought that would be a good one for them. Over here I got a terabyte hard drive, as well as a 250 gigabyte hard drive, SSD from Samsung. And these are, I have one of these in my laptop and it performs excellently, so I do recommend these. Just went with your standard CD drive here. Nothing fancy about it, just regular drive. I also chose 2 sticks of 4 gigabytes of RAM for a total of 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is also 1866 RAM, so faster than your standard 1600. And then I also went with a GTX 770 graphics card with 4 gigabytes power behind it. So the reason I chose this was because it was pretty much an optimal graphics card for my needs. I don't need too much graphics, power, but this has quite a bit. Right now, looking at the benchmarks, this is the 7th fastest in the world currently, as far as consumer versions. And to power all of it, I went with a Rosewill Fortress PSU, or power supply unit. It's rated 80 plus platinum, so it works perfectly with your 4th generation Haswell i7 processor, and the motherboard is compatible with that as well. So, the last thing, I almost forgot. One of the best things is I went with the Corsair Obsidian series 650 case. It's a nice big case. I thought it looked really nice. Has lots of cable management areas in it, and just has a lot of features. So let's go ahead and start building. Alright, so we just did a test here. We set everything up just to make sure everything works. We got the whole thing running. So graphics card spinning. You can see it on the screen here. We've got words. So now we're just going to take this, kind of take it apart again, put it in the case, and we'll go from there. First I started with the power supply. It was a little confusing at first, and boy was it a mess, but we managed to figure it out. After we got everything installed in the box, it was starting to look good, except for the back of the case, which was a mess. Time to power it on, and everything worked perfectly fine. Now it's time to get an operating system installed. I put in the disk and fired it up. We also purchased a Logitech K800 keyboard. So far we like it. We also went with a Vizio 39-inch 1080p television as our monitor. Accompanying that was a Bose Companion 20 multimedia speaker system. Below, in the description section, is a link to each of the products found on Amazon. Feel free to check them out.